Okay, so for this course we need some tools that are necessary to proceed. The first one is Visual Studio Code. Okay, you come to Google, you write down Visual Studio Code, and download, and you download it for your operating system, right? I will do this course with Windows, but in theory everything should be equal for the rest of systems. Well, you download it, and it's you click next, and you install it like any other program. Once you have it installed, you should see this icon. Okay, this icon somewhere, or find it here in the programs. Okay, Visual Studio Code. And the next thing we need is extensions. So you have to open the Visual Studio Code, and here on the left you should see something like extensions in your own language. No, if you have it in English, extensions, or your whichever modern tongue you have. You click here, and then you have to write at the top Git, G-I-T, and there are 4: GitHistory, GitLens, GitGraph, GitBlame. You have to install them. They are free. Don't worry. They are completely free. And History Diff also this one. How do you install them? You only have to click on the blue button of installer, and that's it. Okay, and they will. It shouldn't take very long. They are free. So GitHistory, GitLens, GitGraph, GitBlame, and GitHistory Diff. Once you have them installed, if you come here, you should have all these tools available for you. Okay. Now we will install 2 more extensions. Come here, and you have to write down live server. Yeah, live server. Install this one, live server, and this will make you appear this button on here, and we will use it to make a front-end server to run for us and change automatically when there are some changes. And then we also need a terminal. Well, we don't really need it, but it's very convenient because it will enable you this button to click and see the terminal directly, okay, instead of having to go here. But I don't know, it's nothing, it's not a big deal, but if you have it, better. And then we will install also CodeRunner, this one, okay. Along the course, we will use more extensions, but for now, I will tell you which ones you need. But if you install these 2 also, Prettier and JavaScript, ECMAScript ES6, job that you have done already for that you are advancing. Okay, for now we only need this. We will continue installing extensions meanwhile we need it. CodeRunner is very useful because we'll make you, it should appear this button on the right left that will let us execute code directly on Visual Studio without the need of using the navigator or whatever, right? If you don't see this icon and this icon, close the Visual Studio and open it again, because they should appear. They should appear. Okay. So let's make our first project. What else do you need? You need also a github.com account. You should come here, github.com. And if you don't have an account, please create an account. Okay, you create an account. And once you have the account created, you come to Visual Studio and you have to do the following. You should click here, accounts, and in the 3 options, you should see 3 or 4 options, or 2, depending on your extensions, but you have to click and you have to log in. How do you log in? Like this. It says iniciar sesión, begin session. With basically I will begin session with all the options. And I say, yeah. So this will now try to connect me with GitHub. Okay. I'm connected already, you see, and initial session, begin session with GitHub. Okay, also this one. And for me, it's doing it automatically because I have already used this navigator. But if you don't see exactly the same behavior, you should see something like a screen with a green button that says something like authorized. So click on authorize, and that should allow you to connect your Visual Studio Code with the GitHub account. But first you need to create the github.com account. If not, you cannot link them, okay? If somebody has some problems, I will make a special tutorial on how to link Visual Studio with GitHub, okay? And finally, tab 9, well, these two tools, we will not use them. The one that I need for sure is the first one. If you have any problems, probably you need to do something like this. Config -- because maybe you see an error, you are doing the same, but you see something completely different on your screen, errors and things like that. And it's probably because you need to enable the global variables for Visual Studio. How do we do that? You go to the terminal and you write down this user.name, and here you write down your GitHub account name. Okay, whichever you use to the one that you see on GitHub on here, right? Mine is Pedro Nieto 84. So you should use your here inside the double quotes, put your username, okay? The GitHub. And then you click enter. Nothing will appear, and you do exactly the same for git config -- global user.email. And you write down your email for your email at gmail.com. Okay, you click enter and try again. If you had some errors when you were trying to log in, do this and try again. Okay, so that you see here when you click in this icon the name of your user. If you see the name of your user, it means you have everything connected. You have everything connected, and then we can proceed to create a new project and link it. Okay, how do we create a project and link it with Visual Studio? If you follow these steps correctly, it's something as simple as this. You go to here to the control, to source control, the third icon, and you click on open folder. Or no, I will create the folder. I will do it differently. I will come here and I will create a new folder. New folder, JavaScript English tutorial. Okay. I drag it to the Visual Studio or I open directly clicking on the folder, right click, open with code. Okay, the two options should be available. And now you see JavaScript English, I'm inside. I click here and then it's as simple as doing this. Click on the first option, right? That has created a Git folder. So if I come here now, you see .git. This was created by that action of clicking the button. What is this doing? We will see. We will see. For now, just follow the tutorial and we will see what this Git is doing to help us and why it's necessary. Okay. And then I create a file. I will create first file. How do I create a file? I come here to the two sheets and I click here, new file, index.js. I call it index.js and I put a console log and say hello world. Okay, only write this. And you should see here number 1. This means that the source control, it's tracking our changes. For now, just do exactly the same thing that I'm doing, and then we will cover these aspects in more detail in future tutorials. And you just run first commit commit. Okay, we click save, and this button should appear automatically. Publish branch. You click on there, and like the GitHub extensions wants to begin session with GitHub. Allow, and now, yeah, I'm automatically linked. If you need to put your password, email and password, do it, okay? Trust this extension. You can see that it's an extension used by millions of people, so you can trust it. And I will make this repository public. Private if it's something important that you don't want to share. Public if it's something that you want it for everybody to be able to clone it or see the source code. Since this is a tutorial, I will make it public. You see here it's publishing. El repositorio se ha publicado. Okay, now I can open it, and here it is. You see, here it is. First commit, and this is the file I created. Hello world. Okay, that's it. We have everything for this tutorial. This is the setup that we needed to begin working. The first days, the only thing we will do is we will write down here some code. We will open here in terminal. Okay, clicking here, output, and if we click this button, you see hello world. We'll log what we are seeing. Hello, I'm the first file. You see, if I change here and I click again, bam, I see here the output of what I'm doing. Okay, this is the initial setup that we need, and see you in next lesson.